Hey guys, it's DreadbaneSC, joined once again by SephyreSC, and we've got a match here between Rage as the Blue Terran and Machete as the Red Zerg. Now, Steph, give us the breakdown on this match.
Yeah, this is another one that's been sent through from the guys at Team Liquid IRC. So we've got Rage here who sent through this replay. So we're looking for a pretty good game. Machete's a bit of an unknown, but I do know that this is from the first couple of days of ladder. So yeah, we should be able to get a good game out of it.
I do love the Terran versus Zerg matchup though, because it's always great seeing all the little Marines and just the humans versus the Zerg. It seems very old school Starcraft to me. I actually personally really like it.
Absolutely, it's coming from a Zerg player point of view because I play Zerg the most. It's one of the most rage-inducing mashups when you lose to a Terran as a Zerg player, and then it's really great feeling because it's like the grudge match of StarCraft. So we're just seeing Rage popping down pretty standard wall in here, supply depot at 10. So yeah, looking pretty much standard. No proxy going up, no barracks first or any of that kind of stuff. And Machete seems to be doing a delayed spawning pool here. He's up to 14 drones with no pool, so we're looking a little bit macro orientated from Machete. Yep, standard wall in from Rage. I imagine he's going to completely shut down that early scout that's coming through, unless Machete does some really crazy trickery to try and take down that SCV. But yeah, looking so far pretty standard.
I guess we're in for a bit of a long match here. We better buckle up. We might be in for a big macro game. So
Yeah, this poor drone here, this is really frustrating for Machete. I've been in this situation. His poor drone is not being denied that scout. This is the nice thing from a Terran perspective from Coolest Ravine, because you can really get this tight wall in with just the two buildings. There's some of the other maps that they can sneak past the barracks supply depot, and this wall in is just tight and perfect, so Machete's completely denied that scouting info. He's going to have to send it Overlord, which his Overlord is now making its way down there, but yeah, very nice play there from Rage. Completely shut off that scout, and this is going to be horrible for Machete. He's not going to know what's coming. The interesting thing, though, is with this placement, Rage isn't able to put down a tech lab. So Machete will know that with this tight wall off, that Rage isn't going for a Reaper harass, so he can be a little bit more comfortable knowing that the tech lab's not going to come out without the barracks lifting off. So he can send another drone down and check out if that barracks is lifted up and dropped a tech lag for a Reaper harass. But yeah, he should be pretty happy throwing down an expansion, and we see it going down now. So yeah, it looks like Machete's just happy to macro up while Rage is scouting him.
so you think this might be a bit of a game where it's really whoever expands first and who gets the most expansions up and running, because they're very, might be very happy to expand and maybe macro up a fair bit before they go out. I'm sure Machete's very happy not to have Reapers coming in through his base wrecking house. So
Yeah, it's always a little bit tentative as Zerg players to do the fast expand against Terran, because you never know what the hell they're going to be coming at you with. Like, especially if you do the really attractive build, which is to throw down your hatchery before the spawning pool. From a Zerg perspective, it's really fun to get that out because you get really good macro advantage early on. But just the fear of that early Reaper kind of tends most players not to do it, and we have seen that from Machete. He got his Lings out. Now he's sending his Lings round the back to work on these destructible rocks, so he's going to be able to, if he sticks with it, he's going to work on these rocks and then presumably work on the other rocks to get that open direction into his base. He can really start to think about funneling some speedlings in there as we see the speed upgrade going. So he's looking pretty good here, and he's throwing down that second queen, which is very nice, and he's spreading the creep towards his expansion. So Machete's playing pretty solid here. Meanwhile, Rage actually is thrown down a fast factory, so this wall in with no tech lab is just to give this very fast factory out, so we might see some Hellions on the way to get some harassment going, or no, we're seeing it straight into a starport build. So this is a very interesting build here from Rage. I imagine that he probably needs to throw down a supply depot up near this destructible rocks to keep an eye on it, but other than that, it looks like Machete's not going to know what the hell's coming out of Rage's base, so he's free to come out with this tight tech build, which he's doing on pretty fast timing. So he has a lot of unspent minerals, so I imagine that he's saving for something that, like, once these buildings get up, there'll be some kind of, maybe a drop or some kind of Hellion Viking harassment. I'm just not sure. There's so many options for Rage right now.
it would seem, considering that Machete really doesn't know what's going on in the Terran base, it'd be good just to sacrifice that Overlord sitting on the bottom of the map just to see maybe what he's actually going to come up against, because right now all he knows is that there's a barracks. So yeah, you'd like to